Good afternoon, basketball fans. Happy holiday. And of course, we're bringing you this afternoon Division II Women's College Basketball. It's a holiday classic hosted by Stonehill College. We're at Mercott Gymnasium on the campus of Stonehill here in Easton, Massachusetts. This is a 4-team classic involving the host Stonehill College, the Skyhawks. They have an overall record of 10 wins and 2 losses. Molloy College Lions are here. They have a record of 6 wins and 7 losses. Assumption College from Worcester, they call them the Greyhounds. They're 9-4 overall. And of course, the University of Sciences, they call them the Devils. They're 9-0, and they happen to be rated number 9 by the coaches poll here in Division II. And tonight they will be battling against the Stonehill Skyhawks. These are the two teams that have actually won their first game yesterday, and they'll be battling each other. They're both right now undefeated here in this holiday classic. I'm Dave Clifton. I'll be describing the action, and Nick Galande will be on camera. Kurt Campbell will be on the PA, and of course we have a pretty good crowd on hand. Lots of people are maybe watching the New England Patriots right now. They have a 28-3 lead in the beginning of the fourth quarter. This game, of course, is on tape delay. We began this 2-day classic in 2018. You'll be watching this in 2019, but we certainly wish you all a Happy New Year. There'll be 3 officials dressed in stripes. These young ladies will be playing 4 10-minute quarters. There will be a 30-second clock. And when you take a look at both these teams, the University of Sciences from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, right now they have a record of 9 wins and no losses. Their most recent non-league game that they won was against Bentley College, a team that's also rated pretty high, and a team that Stonehill lost to in the very first game of the season. Leading the Skyhawks will be head coach Tricia Brown, 18th season as the leader of the pack here. She is part of the class of 87 at Harvard. University of Science Devils, they will be led by head coach Jackie Hardzell. She is part of the class of 2005 at Delaware Valley College. She's in her 6th season. The captains have met. The officials now will be shaking hands with the coaching staff at both these colleges. And I know that the University of Sciences, they are rated number 9 by the coaches poll. Stonehill is rated number 25. They're 9-2. Their only 2 losses were against Bentley College over there in Waltham, Massachusetts. And they certainly did lose another contest to Assumption of Worcester. But when you take a look at both these teams, they're evenly matched. University of Science, they are favored in this particular ball game. And they are from the Central Atlantic Collegiate Conference. Stonehill is part of the Northeast 10 Conference, and both conferences, Division II basketball, are certainly part of the Division II NCAA. In the first game here on Sunday, December 30th, Assumption defeated Molloy Lions by a score of 59-51. That was a close one. And the second game, the final game of this holiday classic, we don't call it a tournament. We have Stonehill hosting the University of Sciences, and I know that the Devils won their first ball game by a score of 63-54 against Assumption. Stonehill won their game 73-60 against the Malloy College Lions, and they are from New York. Right now we're ready for the announcement of the starting lineups. We'll start with the Devils from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Look for Irissa Ye. She'll wear number 11. She's a sophomore from North Wales, Pennsylvania. She is on the court right now being introduced. Also getting the starting nod, Colleen Walsh from Dowlington, Pennsylvania. She is a forward, a graduate student. Number 25, Alex Thomas, a senior from Hawkessen, Delaware. Played her high school basketball at St. Elizabeth's. And rounding out the starting five, number 45, Taylor Ham. She's a freshman from Collegeville, Pennsylvania. Also getting the starting nod, Jordan Vitelli, a junior guard from Warrington, Pennsylvania. Devils are led by head coach Jackie Hatzel. Let's take a look at the Starhawks. Here's Jennifer Warden from Abington, Massachusetts, a sophomore. Grace Carter loves to shoot the three-pointer. She's from Arlington, Massachusetts. She'll wear number 35. And here's the freshman, Kayla Raymond. This is her hometown. Did her high school basketball just last year at Oliver Ames High School, part of the Hockomock League. Kelsey Shaw getting the starting nod. She's from Bar Harbor, Maine, majoring in health sciences. And wearing number 31, Gabrielle Ruda from Plymouth, Massachusetts, a junior forward. She gets the starting nod. And certainly let's introduce head coach Tricia Brown. 18th season, her assistant coaches, Kara Kelly, Shelby Buck, and their captains for the Skyhawks, Marty Diabate, Gabrielle Ruder, and Kelsey Shaw. So Ruder will jump the tap for the Skyhawks. They right now have a record of 10 wins and 2 losses. They, before the Classic began this weekend, they came off a 75-65 victory over Southern New Hampshire. And on January 9th, they'll be at American International. And here's the tap. And of course, Stonehill controls the tap. Grace Carter is the point guard. She'll be working in the backcourt along with Warden. Warden's got pretty good size for a sophomore. And there's a shot from way downtown, a three-pointer. And Kayla Raymond not wasting any time. Her major here at Stonehill College will be criminology. But she steps up to the plate, puts Stonehill on the scoreboard first. There's a three-pointer, it's side rims. That shot was attempted by Jordan Vitelli, a junior for the Devils. This team travels all the way from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. At the top of the key, Warden. Ruda at the high post, underneath, and the ball rolled around the rim, didn't fall for Kayla Raymond. Right now, she has the only basket in this ball game. We'll be playing 4 10-minute quarters. There's a three-point attempt, won't fall. Hustle to the rebound. That last shot was by Glyden. Ball stolen by Vitelli. They work a little weave out front. They're known for this, trying to find the free person to drive to the hoop. Ball goes out of bounds. Stonehill gets it back. Keep your eyes on Irissa Ye. She's from North Wales, Pennsylvania. She's a 5'9" sophomore. Loves to drive to the hoop and does a terrific job of using that glass. Loose ball stolen. Picked up by Colleen Walsh. On the sidelines calling a play, head coach Jackie Hatzel. She's from Delaware Valley College, class of 2005. Loose ball fought for. And we're going to have a foul. They'll call this against number 25, Alex Thomas, her first personal foul. Devils in a man-to-man defense. They go underneath to the freshman. Turnaround Jay won't fall. Front rims it from the side. Stonehill in a man-to-man defense. And a little traveling violation that time. You could see the steps. They call that traveling without the music. 7:14 we're in the first quarter. Stonehill out in front 3-0. This indeed could be a good victory for Stonehill. They're facing an undefeated Devils team from the University of Sciences. They're out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. They're going to call this foul against Kelsey Shaw. Kelsey's from Bar Harbor, Maine. Devils get the ball inbounds. Stonehill digs in defense. There's a three-point shot. Won't fall. Rebound pulled down by Kelsey Shaw. She bounce passes to the far side of the court. Jennifer Warden on the left, and ball stolen. That pass was intended for Shaw. The left-hander went down the right lane looking for the ball. This team loves to do that give and go. Getting some playing time is Bridget Coleman. She wears number 2. And finally, so they pick up 3. That was Alex Thomas on the basket. Ball stolen. We got a 3-3 ball game here with 6:14 remaining in the first quarter of play. Not a full house here this evening, and I think the reason being, there's another three-pointer. Alex Thomas. She's got 2. And the reason why it's not a packed house, it's student break time during the holidays. And there's a shot by Ruda. Gabriel picks up a 2-pointer. That last basket by the University of Sciences was a 2-pointer, not a 3. So they're going to call this foul against Jennifer Warden. She's a sophomore guard from Abington, Massachusetts. Her major here at Stonehill will be early childhood education. Dave Clifton here describing the action. And of course, we appreciate Nick Alande being on camera. The Devils dressed in the black jerseys, Stonehill in the white jerseys. This is a team that likes to drive to the hoop. Give credit where credit is due. Bridget Coleman on that last hoop. She's a sophomore from Lansdale, Pennsylvania. We got a foul on the play now. As Bramante will go to the foul line. She wears number 21. Makes her first free throw. Bramante is from Chelmsford, Massachusetts. She's a freshman. Takes a couple of dribbles, a little spinner roll, rolls around the rim, and it falls for the Skyhawks. We got ourselves another tie ball game. Stonehill going into a press in the backcourt. Loose ball fought for, ends up in the hands of Stonehill. Carter wants to set something up. They get it to Ruder. Ruder underneath, and they picked up another basket. And getting that hoop was Isabella Santoro, putting Stonehill out in front. What a victory this would be for Stonehill. And that looked like a good block, but they'll call her, I should say, she blocked the shot, but they're going to call her with a blocking foul with her body. It'll be a shooting foul.
And Stonehill fouls on number 22, Maddie Diabati, her first personal. The 13th foul for Stonehill.
That'll send Walsh to the foul line. She airballs the first one. She'll get a second. That's Shannon May at the foul line. She's a sophomore from Rydal, Pennsylvania. Takes a second shot, won't fall. Loose ball ends up in the hands of Carter. She comes across the timeline. Gets it to Santora, back out front to Bramante. There's a turnaround shot and a nice rebound, but not able to put the ball in was tri-captain Maddie Diabate. Diabate wears number 22. And there's another ball stolen. Here's Bramante with the basketball. Only a freshman. Diabate gets it to Raymond, who gets the shot blocked, but Diabate gets the loose ball for the basket. Stonehill right now out in front, 11-7. 7-Eleven sounds like a drugstore. Here comes Shaw. Shaw goes underneath to Diabate. Overthrows the square on that backboard. And the Devils come down with the rebound. They got one player posted at the high post. They do a lot of weaving in and out. And of course, there's a shot from way downtown. Jordan Vitelli, a junior at 5'6". Stonehill looking for the good shot. They take it, they front rim it, won't fall. Missed shot by Diabate. Stonehill missed a few shots. They still maintain a 1-point lead. And of course, another 3-point shot. They love to shoot those. Under 2 minutes remaining here in the first quarter. The score is kind of seesawed back and forth. Nice fake, ball stolen. She goes straight to the hoop, puts the ball in. That's Irissa Ye, the sophomore guard. She led the scoring in their game yesterday against the Assumption Greyhounds. She ended up with 19 points. I'm talking about Ye. So right now, timeout on the court. This will be a 30-second timeout called by Coach Brown. Stonehill right now trailing by a score of 15-11, a 4-point difference. And this is a game that features two teams who are very competitive and have been recognized by the coaches' poll. One of the differences we see is at the University of Sciences, the Devils defeated Bentley. And of course, Stonehill lost the first game of the season to Bentley. But Stonehill's improved. They're now 9-2. And they would love to be able to beat this Devils team dressed in the black jerseys. They drive to the hoop. They make the basket. Count it. Jennifer Warden on the hoop. And she'll go to the charity stripe. And she has a chance now for the old-fashioned three-point play.
Basket counts for Jennifer Warden. She's at the line, shooting one.
She's been playing some terrific basketball. Only a sophomore from Abington, Mass. It rolls around the rim and it falls. We got a 1-point difference. Stonehill putting some pressure. And loose ball picked up by Raymond. Kelsey Shaw bounce passes to Ruda. A little give and go. And it went out of bounds. Devils will get it back. Stonehill falls back into defense. Coming into the lineup for the Devils will be number 25, Alex Thomas. She has 2 3-pointers in this ball game. She's a senior. Again, they work the weave, trying to find an open lane to drive to the hoop. Under 10 seconds on the 30-second clock. There's the stop, the pop, bang. She got it at the left elbow. Skyhawks right now trailing the Devils by 3 points. We're in the first quarter. There's a J. Back rims that won't fall for Stonehill and Kayla Raymond. It's hard to believe that just last season she was playing for the Tigers at Oliver Ames High School. And now she's playing in Division II basketball. Nice block by Jennifer Warden. She's a 5'11 sophomore, handles the ball well. Got a little bit of playing time last season, and that was a 29-4 season for the Skyhawks. There's a J, and the shot was blocked. That's the end of one full quarter here at Stonehill College. Skyhawks trailing the Devils as they travel all the way from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, the University of Sciences. And they are undefeated, but they may be in for a surprise tonight as they face a very good Stonehill College team. If you just joined us, folks, you're watching Division II women's college basketball. A team from the Central Atlantic Collegiate Conference in the Philadelphia area against Stonehill, the host of this 4-team classic. They are from the Northeast 10 Conference. Stonehill right now 10-2 on the season. And the University of Sciences, they're 9-0. Stay with us at halftime. We're going to try to chat with some folks about the 4-day classic. If you get a chance, folks out there in our viewing area, come on down and support these teams because it's pretty good college basketball. Taking a look at the total points Vitelli and Thomas both have 5 points. And there's a nice penetration to the hoop. And that last basket was by Jordan Vitelli as she picks up her 7th point. Kayla Raymond has 3. Warden has 3. And the rest of the players all have 2 points. Stonehill trailing the University of Sciences by 5 points. They have the basketball. We're in the second quarter. Ball went out of bounds. Good defensive effort by Jennifer Warden. Irissa Ye will put the ball in play. Gets it out front. Colleen Walsh wears number 12. And there's a missed shot. Rebound pulled down by Kayla Raymond. Here's Carter. They play catch on the near side of the court. And an over-the-head pass across the court sometimes can be dangerous. Nice look. And there's the shot. Bang, she got it. So Kayla Raymond picks up her 5th point in this ball game. A lot of poise for a freshman. This is the young lady that has the basketball. You can't let her drive. She's almost automatic. Good rebound by Kelsey Shaw. She's a left-handed shooter. Carter goes underneath, but we're going to get a foul in the paint. This will not be a shooting foul. Stonehill will take the ball out of bounds as they stack it up. Kind of pick for each other to get the ball in bounds. They do. And, of course, Carter takes the shot. And Grace gets fouled. She'll go to the foul line. She'll shoot 2. No, she will not shoot. This will be a 1-on-1. They're not in the bonus, so they'll take the ball out of bounds. Stonehill in the white jerseys. Good ball movement. They go low to Ruta. Ruta underneath the hoop. Uses her right hand, puts it off, kisses it off the backboard for the hoop. Now we have a 1-point difference. Ball stolen. And she uses the backboard nicely. There's Raymond. Picks up her 7th point in this ball game. What a good find she was after losing 4 top-notch players last season. So again, not wasting any time. The Devils come right back, make the basket. This is a young lady that's quick, knows how to use that glass backboard. Most of her points seem to be from taking layups. 3-point difference. Ruta at the high post. Dishes off to Raymond. Here's Carter. Carter goes to the hoop and gets fouled as she goes down the lane. Notice young basketball players how Grace Carter went down the left lane using her left hand. She's a right-handed dribbler. Players today have to be able to dribble with both hands. They have to be able to shoot with both hands. Bramante takes the shot, won't fall. Nice save by Diabate to Carter to Shaw. Shaw goes underneath, ball stolen. Irissa Ye takes her time, wants her team to set something up. They'll do that little weave with one player at the high post. They spent a lot of time with bounce passes. Bramante created that foul.
That's Stonehill foul to number 21, Emily Bramante.
Devils will take the ball out.
the team's first foul.
At their own baseline, underneath their own basket. They get it in bounds to Thomas, to Ye.
Fouls on Stonehill's number 4, Kelsey Shaw, her second personal.
So Shaw picks up her second personal foul. She'll get a rest. Santoro comes in.
For Stonehill, number 5, Isabella Santoro.
Stonehill stays in their man-to-man defense. They like to throw that ball back and forth, and they pick up a quick three. This is one of the biggest leads that this team from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania has had. Santora takes a long three, back rims it. Try to follow it up. You never know. You might get it back. 4 teams in this Holiday Classic. University of Sciences, Assumption, Malloy, and of course, Stonehill, the host. So Huber, her first name is Jess. She picks up a three-pointer, and we got a 9-point difference all of a sudden. Carter to Ruda. Carter takes a three-pointer. She got it. Wow, was that needed. Today's classic coverage is a production of ECAT, Easton Community Access Television. Big thank you to the sponsor of Stonehill College women's basketball, the Mansfield Bank. Shot doesn't fall. Here comes Carter. Up the court. She gets it to Ruda for the hoop. And we got ourselves a ball game. Timeout call quickly by the Devils. 29-25. We're in the second quarter of play. So you really can't relax in a game like this. The other team comes right back. Taking a look at the upcoming schedule for Stonehill women's college basketball. In January, Stonehill will be at American International for a 5:30 p.m. game. They will play and host St. Rose on the 16th of January. Southern Connecticut State University will be here on the 19th. And there's a battle on the gymnasium floor. They call it the Paula Sullivan Court. And possession roll gives the ball back to the University of Sciences.
11 foul out there. All right, so what happened there? Yep.
So in the back court, we have Alex McKernan. McKinnon actually wears number 3, one of the smaller players on the court. Warden comes in, and Kayla Raymond comes in. Devils out in front by 4. They have the basketball. This is the final game in the Holiday Classic. A nice block, and she retrieved the ball. Carter. How graceful Grace was in stealing that ball. Carter stops. She pops. Bang! She got it. That'll be a 2-pointer. 2-point difference. We have ourselves a basketball game. 2 teams rated pretty high in the coaches' poll. And we're going to have a foul in the paint. So Santora picks up her first personal foul. It'll be the 4th team foul against the Skyhawks. Makes the first. She'll shoot a second.
Number 45, Taylor Ham.
Taylor Ham, a freshman, comes into the lineup for the Devils. Ball doesn't fall. Nice rebound pulled down by Diabate. She's pretty strong. Underneath, makes the basket. The freshman thanks her teammate for the pass. And Kayla Raymond is on tonight. A 1-point difference. And there's a shot, won't fall. And the loose ball rebound, they pick up Vitelli on the rebound. Ball blocked. Diabate picks up that loose ball. Possible these two teams could meet later on in tournament playoff time. Santoro. Underneath, a little give and go. Santoro couldn't hold on to the ball. Maybe the pass was a little bit too hard. But she had the right idea. A little give and go. Gabrielle Ruder reports to the scorer's table. What a nice find Gabrielle was for the Skyhawks. She sort of took the place of Samantha Heislip, an outstanding player last year. And then we have a foul at midcourt. They'll call the foul against Jordan Vitelli. She picks up her first personal foul. It's also the fourth team foul on the Devils. Stonehill will take it out of bounds. They have a chance right now to take the lead. Warden gets it to Ruda. Shot won't fall. Rebound fought for. Santora gets it back out front. They have a new 30-second clock. Good ball movement. There's a three-pointer. Won't fall. Went out of bounds. Who gets it back? Stonehill. Good break for the Skyhawks. Both coaches on their feet. This is an important game for both teams. Underneath to Ruda, and use of the left hand by the freshman, Kayla Raymond. She now has 11 points in this ball game, leading both teams in scoring. She's going to be something, I'll tell you. She's got 3 more years after this season. Stonehill right now out in front by 121. There's the shot, and they'll call a foul. Coach Brown is asking the official to change his mind. Certainly he's not going to do it. Coming into the lineup right now is Madison Seymour from Glastonbury, Connecticut. Jennifer Warden gets a rest. 1:18 before the end of the first half. Makes the free throw. Does a pretty good job, Taylor Ham from the charity stripe. University of Sciences right now out in front by 1. Here's Ruda. Gets it to Santora. Three-pointer rolls around the rim. Won't fall. And the loose ball ends up in the hands of one of the Devils. 54.1 seconds before the end of the first half. And they're going to count the basket. They'll give the foul to Kayla Raymond. And the clock stops with 37.7 seconds remaining.
And Stonehill fouls on number 30, Kayla Raymond. Her first personal.
So the first shot is missed. I guess that basket did not count.
She'll shoot one more.
Takes a few dribbles, takes the shot, and she makes it. So one basket difference, 35 seconds remaining before the end of the first half. They go low, and they get the basket. Kayla Raymond picks up her 13th basket. I should say 13th point in this ball game. The Devils will go for the last shot. A little pressure by the Skyhawks defense. There's a long three-pointer. Hit the wire. 5.1 second remaining. Stonehill right now has to get the ball up the court, and they got to heave it. Santora with the ball. Takes the shot, won't fall. Good try. So at the end of the first half, it's all tied up, 33-33. What a ball game. Stay with us, folks. You're watching Division II women's college basketball. It's Stonehill's Holiday Classic, taking place here at the Merkitt Gymnasium on the campus of Stonehill College. And this is really, truly action-packed basketball. Hurry back to score 33-all. Merkitt Gymnasium on the campus of Stonehill College. Kurt Campbell joins me here at halftime with the score all tied up 33-33. And these are two teams, Kurt, that I think may meet each other later on in the season and tournament playoff time.
Down the line somewhere, it certainly could happen depending on where everything falls. But two great teams, right? They can score. They can pass, they can rebound, they can play defense.
Terrific.
Very, very good teams.
And I take a look at Kayla Raymond, and I say to myself, she's only a freshman. Last year, she was on the court as a senior at Oliver Ames High School. This is her hometown, and lots of poise. And of course, Coach Brown is dressing 5 freshmen.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like a freshman, does she, Kayla Raymond?
Oh.
She plays with great poise, a lot of confidence. She'll take any shot on the court. We've seen her take a fadeaway down low. We've seen her get those passes in low and finish, and that's the most important
And
thing.
steal the ball and go the length of the court to make a layup and kiss it off the backboard. This is the voice that you hear in the background when we do our games. He sort of keeps the excitement going. I know it's not a full house here, Kurt, because it is the break in school. It's the holidays. And, of course, let's talk about the Classic. We got 4 teams here. I'm not surprised that both these teams here won their first game yesterday. And these two teams are very competitive. This would be a big win for the Skyhawks.
Absolutely. A great win, great measuring stick for where they are as a team, because they had a bit of a slow start. They lost to Assumption earlier in the season. And then they've sort of been growing, figuring themselves out, really figuring out where to go for scoring. And Kayla Raymond is a big reason for that. And she's really coming into her own. She gets better every time I see her, which is a lot of fun. And they, if they win this game, huge step forward. A big loss for the Devils. Not that big, I guess. It won't hurt them too much to take a loss, but really good measuring stick for the Skyhawks.
And, of course, I'd like to give a pat in the back to Coach Tricia Brown. Here's a team that went 29-4 last season. They lost 4 terrific players. Who would think that all of a sudden they pick up Kayla and some other freshmen that kind of fill the gap? And here we are right now with a record of 10 wins and 2 losses.
Well, the first time we talked this year, we talked about where that scoring was going to come from. They lost so much from last year's team. Where are they going to get the scoring to replace all of that? And they've certainly figured it out. It didn't happen right away. it's a bit of a learning process, but they've got it figured out. Coach Brown is on top of it, and she's figured out how to move those pieces around.
The Devils from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, they have a victory over Bentley. Stonehill lost their first game of the year against Bentley right here on this home court. But keep in mind, folks out there in our viewing audience, that Stonehill has improved since the first game of the
There's no doubt
season.
about it. Like I said, they've got some of that scoring figured out. They know where those points are coming from, and that's a big deal.
Wanted to let our audience know as we wrap this halftime show up, the New England Patriots won it by a score of 38-3. It looked like Brady threw 4 touchdowns. And when you folks see this, they'll already be thinking about their next game, which will be a playoff game.
That's exactly right. Or could be a bye, of course. It looks like they'll make that happen depending on what happens today with some other scores. But they also got a defensive touchdown today, too, which is always fun to watch.
Yeah, terrific. Thank you very much, Kurt Campbell, the PA announcer here at Merckett Gymnasium. It's always exciting to follow Stonehill College basketball. We'll be back with the start of our third quarter after these important messages. Welcome back to Stonehill College. We're almost ready for the start of the second half. This is the Stonehill College Basketball Classic. The final day they've been playing basketball all weekend here, 4 different teams. And tonight the final game has the University of Sciences. They are battling with Stonehill College, and that's what the first half was all about. It's tied 33-33. And we're almost about a minute away from the start of our second half. Stonehill right now with a record of 10 wins and 2 losses. They're 5-2 in the Northeast 10 Conference. The University of Sciences, the Devils, they happen to be undefeated 9-0. And they are part of the Central Atlantic Collegiate Conference. And both these teams are rated pretty high amongst the coaches poll. And we're maybe might see a rematch with these 2 teams as they continue to play the second half of their season. If you just joined us, folks, you're watching Division II Women's College Basketball. Saturday, the December 29th, and of course today, Sunday the 30th, the 4-day classic with 4 teams participating. University of Sciences, Assumption from Worcester, Malloy, as well as the host Stonehill. Just about ready now to start the second half. Stonehill will get the ball first. It's all tied up here. Dave Clifton here along with Nick Alende. And right now we're ready for action-packed basketball. Warden with the basketball. Gets it to Shaw. They get it back out front. They work the far side of the court. Raymond posted low. Ball was intended to go to her. She has a total of 13 points in this ball game, all in the first half. Shaw puts it in play. Gets it to Carter. They play catch. Back out front. And they touch the baseline. There'll be a violation. So the Devils will get the ball back. We're in the third quarter of play. Taking a look at the scoring for both teams. And we're going to have a foul on the play. They'll call this against Kelsey Shaw, number 4. That's her third personal foul. Taking a look at the scoring for the Devils. Alex Thomas. This is a team that likes to shoot the three-pointers. There's Carter with a three-pointer. She comes right back, bang, and she got it. Both these teams seem to be so evenly matched. They both can drive to the hoop. The players from both teams are not afraid to shoot the threes. There's another one, perfect example. That one by Ye. Timeout call by Coach Brown. Score right now 39-36. The Devils out in front of the Skyhawks. And of course, when you take a look at the breakdown of some of these teams, especially the University of Sciences, rated number 9 in the coaches poll, and Stonehill rated number 25. Stonehill has about 2,500 students. They're tri-captains, Mate Diabate, Gabrielle Reuter, and Kelsey Shaw. Stonehill has been a member of the NE10 conference since 1980. Coach Brown has 5 freshmen dressing, 2 of them in the lineup right now. Stonehill will get the ball back, went off the fingertips of one of the Devil players. They get it out front to Ruda. And there's another basket by Kayla Raymond. Picks up her 15th point in this ball game. And she'll get a foul called against her. That would be her second personal foul. One of them comes in. Raymond now will get a rest. Second free throw is good. 41-38. University of Sciences right now out in front of Stonehill. Taylor Warnham, who wears number 15, she's from Randolph, Mass. Played her high school basketball with Archbishop Williams. Nice basket underneath to Ruda. Nice pass by Taylor Warnham. Give her credit for that fine assist. 1 point difference. And again, there's a nice drive to the hoop. They'll call the foul against. So Centura gets the foul called against her. This young lady at the foul line doesn't miss too much. Makes them both. And now we got a 3-point difference. Bramante at the point. Carter at the wing on the right. Centura on the left. And there's Bramante with the three-pointer. She ties it up and gets a nice round of applause from the fans in the stands. And again, there's another penetration to the hoop. Good use of her left hand. And that basket by Arissa Ye. Santora takes the J, rolls around the rim, doesn't fall, goes out of bounds, and they're going to give it back to the Devils. Both these teams have terrific records and have done well in the first half of the season. University of Sciences. And again, there's another three from the far corner of the court. Give credit to Alex Thomas. Bramante to Warnham. They get it back out front to Carter to Satora. They play catch. Carter goes to the hoop, throws a hook pass, and Ruda makes the basket. Keeps this team in the ball game. And of course, graduation last year took away Kelly Martin, Samantha Hyslip, Courtney Walsh, and Elizabeth Grip. But here we are back again. They got 10 victories. I'm talking about the Skyhawks. Loose ball rebound fought for, and we're going to have a foul in the play.
That's Skyhawks foul to number 31. Gabriella Reuter, her second personal. The fourth team foul for Stonehill.
Both teams, I should say both coaches, utilizing their benches. Kelsey Shaw comes back in along with Kayla Raymond and Matty Diabate. Second shot rolls around the rim and it falls for the Devils. So Ham comes out. There's a cross the court pass. Diabate gets the rebound, goes back up with the shot. She gets fouled. She'll go to the charity stripe. She'll shoot two. We got a 4-point difference. Diabate gets a second shot. She makes the back end of two free throws. This is a team from the NE10 conference. They call them Stonehill. And of course, they take on a team from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And they're part, should say that they're part of the Central Atlantic Collegiate Conference. There's a stop and pop right there. 51-46. Alex Thomas not afraid to take the shot. She has 14 in this ball game. I noticed the Devils doing a pretty good job of blocking out on their rebound. When someone takes a shot, they want to make sure they get the boards. There's a three-pointer. Nice, strong rebound by Kayla Raymond. Back out front to Bramante. Here's a stop and pop, and she got fouled. That'll send Raymond to the foul line.
Foul for the Devils, number 33, Michaela Giuliani, her first personal on the team, second foul. Kayla Raymond at the line, shooting two.
Raymond makes her first. She'll get a second.
Lineup for U Sciences. Number 11, Marissa Yee. Number 15, Jess Huber. And number 31, Jordan Patelli.
was a terrific player in the Hockomock League last season. So she picks up her 17th point in this ball game. Right now, Stonehill putting some pressure in the backcourt. And there's a quick foul. Pressure in the backcourt. Devils not having any problem getting it across midcourt. And they're going to call a foul against Diabate.
The team's fifth foul. Science is now in a bonus. Calling Walsh at the line. She'll shoot 2.
He makes her first free throw. That's Bridget Coleman, a sophomore guard at 5'7". Diabate gets a rest for Stonehill. We got a 53-48 lead now by the Devils.
Offensive foul. Stonehill's number 10. Jennifer Warden. Third personal.
An offensive foul, so a lot of the folks didn't like that call. Devils have the basketball, they have the lead. And there they are taking a long three-pointer. And I'll tell you, she can really shoot them. I'm talking about Jess Huber, a sophomore. Nice three-point shot by Warden. Jennifer Warden puts Stonehill back in this game. One of these games that can go either way. There's a shot, loose ball rebound, picked up by Shaw. Shaw gets the J over to the freshman. Stonehill gets the loose ball. "14 seconds on the 30-second clock. That ball was intended for Ruda. Devils get it back. 1:41 on the clock. We're in the third quarter of play. Division II Women's College Basketball. This is Stonehill's Holiday Classic. And we're going to have a foul called against the Devils. They'll call this against Jordan Vitelli, a junior guard at 5'6". Centura comes into the game. Getting a rest right now is Kayla Raymond. Here comes Bramante now across midcourt, being covered by Ye. Centura to Diabate. Carter plays catch with Centura. Gets the ball back in front of the Stonehill bench. Diabate takes the three-pointer and gets it. Holy cow. 3-point difference. Under a minute remaining here in the third quarter here at the Stonehill Holiday Classic. Here's a nice give and go. Ye ends up with it. Loves to shoot off that backboard. Underneath. Nice pass. Grace Carter got a beautiful assist. Got it to Ruta. And we have a 58-55 ball game. Officials timeout. And coming in for the Devils will be Alex Thomas.
Hey, one stop, you go. One stop.
58-55. University of Sciences looking for the last shot. They lead by 3. They have the basketball. And there she goes. She drives to the hoop and makes the basket. She's terrific in her penetration. There's another last-second shot by Carter. Believe it or not, yesterday she threw it in from half court with 1 second remaining and made it. So we got a 5-point difference as the coaches now will huddle with their players. This will be the final 10 minutes of this classic tournament. I should say classic, it's not really a tournament, but we got 4 teams that matched up here at Merckett Gymnasium. 60-55, a 5-point difference. Stonehill is in this ball game. This could go either way. Taking a look at the scoring for Stonehill, Kayla Raymond has 17 points. Gabriel Ruta has 12. Grace Carter came up with 8 points. And we have 6 points for Jennifer Warden. Taking a look at the leading scorers for the Devils, 22 points for Arissa Ye, most of them layups. 14 points for Alex Thomas. She had a few 3-pointers. And 7 points for Jordan Vitelli. Stonehill right now trailing by 5 points. Devils have the basketball. We're in the 4th quarter here at Merckett Gymnasium. And of course the ball goes out of bounds. Devils get it back. And a lot of their hoops, this team from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, have been on layups. They do some weaving out front and they go to the hoop. Went off one of the Skyhawks. The Devils will get the ball out of bounds. They get it back out front. There's a long 3-pointer. Won't fall. Centura hauls down a beautiful rebound. She actually went right over Alex Thomas to grab that board. Underneath. Move it around. Centura 3-point shot. Won't fall. Hauling down the rebound was Walsh. Shot won't fall. And the Devils get their own rebound. 5-point difference. 8:52 on the clock. Both teams are ready to make wholesale substitutions. And there's a drive to the hoop. Stonehill was looking for a charging call. 62-55. Stonehill right now needs some hoops. Bramante with the basketball, and she gets fouled. And a lot of the fans like the call.
First foul. Checking in for seconds is number 2, Richard Coleman. Checking in for
Coach Brown right now putting most of her starters back in this ball game.
And number 15, Taylor Wardle. Also checking in, number 30.
Stonehill looking for a hope, looking to get back into this ball game. 13 seconds on the 30-second clock. Shot just won't fall for the Skyhawks. 62-55. These two teams could meet each other during postseason play. They're good enough to make the tournament. And there's a ball that it fell for the University of Sciences. 64-55, 7:29, plenty of time left.
And number 15, Jess Huber.
Jess Hubert back in the lineup now for the Devils. She likes to shoot those threes. Good ball movement. Stonehill digs in on defense. Now, she doesn't miss too often. I'm talking about Jess Huber, a left-handed shooter from way downtown. Stonehill right now needs a hoop. Underneath, and we have a foul on the play. Looked like a late whistle.
That foul is on the Sciences, number 15, Jess Huber. Her first personal, the third team foul. Taylor Wardle at the line, shooting 2. Checking back in for Sciences, number 11, Marissa Yee. Number 31, Jordan Vitale. And number 25.
One of them will get a second free throw. Takes the shot, rolls around the rim, won't fall. Devils get the rebound. 6:40, the clock running. The final game of the Holiday Classic here at Stonehill. And again, offensive charge. Carter and Reuter come in. Santora gets a rest. And also coming out is the freshman Kayla Raymond. Jennifer Warden taking her time as she comes across midcourt. Carter on the far side of the court. And we're going to have a foul.
The Sciences foul, that number 11, Marissa Yee, her fourth personal.
Still plenty of time for the Skyhawks.
Jennifer Wharton at the line, shooting 2.
Warden is from Abington, Massachusetts.
Into the lineup for the Devils, number 2, Bridget Coleman.
Makes the back end of her 2 free throws. We got a 7-point difference here. A game that could go either way. There's plenty of time. Special thank you to the Mansfield Bank, sponsor of Stonehill basketball here. and one of the better teams that Stonehill has faced during the season. Ball went out of bounds. Good hustle by the Stonehill defense. Warnham gets a rest. Diabate comes back into the lineup. She wears number 22. Diabate is from Holden, Mass. Her major is marketing. So good defensive effort by the Skyhawks. As the Devils didn't beat the 30-second clock on their final shot. 64-57. Stonehill looking to come back in this ball game. Rebound by Ruda. She makes the basket. Terrific rebound and good use of the left hand off the glass. 64-59, 4:59, the clock running. Ball went out of bounds. The Devils get it back. There's a good three-point shot. And that last shot was taken by Alex Thomas. And we got a 64-59 lead by the University of Sciences. 7-point difference with 4:45. And again, Stonehill has to come up. They have to score. And they got to work on defense. This is a team here at Stonehill that certainly plays with confidence. They got lots of experience coming off the bench. And it's been terrific watching these teams play each other, and especially the Northeast 10 Conference. In the preseason poll, Stonehill rated to finish third in the NE10 Conference. They might be able to do better than that as their season continues. Let's take a look again at the scoring for both these teams. Arissa Ye has 22 points. Thomas has 20. And for the Skyhawks, Kayla Raymond has 17. Ruda has 14. Carter will go to the foul line. Missed that first free throw. Of course, these are important free throws. They go low to Ruda, goes up with a shot. It's missed, and the Devils hold down the rebound. 4:21 remaining. Stonehill playing a tight man-to-man defense. Bramante reports to the scorer's table for the Skyhawks. They get their own rebound, stolen. Good defensive effort. There's Carter, three-pointer. Bang, she got it. And how much she needed and the team needed that hoop. 66-62. And again, Stonehill tightening up their defense. They trail. Loose ball ends up in the hands of Carter. Gets it to Jennifer Warden. Reuter at the high post. Shot won't fall. 3:03, the clock running. Couple of three-pointers here would be so important. Right now, they're in no hurry to take the shot, although they have to. The 32nd, they go underneath, they take the shot, they make it. We now have a 68-62 ball game. So Stonehill calls a quick timeout. The clock stops with 2:28 remaining in this ball game. Stonehill has the basketball. They trail by 6 points. So this is still a game that could go either way. This cable cast, a production of ECAT, Easton Community Access Television. .228 remaining. Stonehill has the basketball. Six-point difference, and with three-pointers, it's certainly possible. Carter out front, underneath to Reuter, makes the basket. Terrific assist from Raymond to Reuter for the hoop. We now got a 4-point difference. Stonehill needs to dig in defense. 2:04, the clock running. 12 seconds on the 30-second clock. Watch for this young lady to drive to the hoop. Throws it up, gets fouled. And they'll call this foul against Jennifer Warden.
Jennifer Warden, her fourth personal, the team's first foul. Marissa Yee at the line, shooting 2.
So Yee gets 2 shots, and she makes the first one.
Into the Stonehill lineup, number 21, Emily Vermonte.
Bramante comes into the lineup and gives Jennifer Warden a rest. Makes them both. 6-point difference in this ball game. Here come the Skyhawks. They work the far side of the court. Top of the key. They take the shot. Won't fall. Carter with the rebound. Here's another 3. Rolls around the rim. Won't fall for Raymond. So we got a timeout on the court. This will be a 30-second timeout. 1:29 remaining in this ball game. This has been a terrific basketball game between two very competitive teams in Division II women's college basketball. Happy to bring this cable cast to a lot of the residents that live in the area that don't live too far away from the college campus. How lucky we are to have Stonehill right here in the Easton area. Special thank you to the Mansfield Bank for sponsoring Stonehill College women's basketball. .129 remaining in this ball game. We got a 70-64 lead. And this is a game that certainly could go either way. but time could be running out. The Devils in no hurry to take the shot. They get a three-pointer from a young lady that I would consider to be a top player in this four-team classic. So with timeout on the field, we have I should say on the court, we have a 30-second timeout here at Merckett Gymnasium. Both teams right now huddling with their coaches. .109 remaining in this ball game. Stonehill right now trailing 72-64, an 8-point difference. Stonehill goes to the hoop, a blocking foul. That will stop the clock. And that will send Jennifer Warden to the foul line.
Jennifer Warden at the line, shooting 2.
Makes the first.
Back in the lineup for the Devils, number 11, Marissa Yee, and number 15, Jess Stewart.
She studies the basket. She'll take the second free throw, and she makes it all net. Quick timeout called by Coach Brown. 72-66. With a victory here tonight, the University of Sciences will head back to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania with 10 victories and no losses. If Stonehill were to win this game, they would be 11-2. In the first game played tonight here on Sunday afternoon, December 30th, Assumption defeated Malloy College Lions by a score of 59-51. The score in this game is 72-66, and we have exactly a minute remaining. Leading scorer so far, 26 points by Arissa Yee. Alex Thomas has a total of 20 points, a lot of three-pointers. And for the Skyhawks, Gabrielle Ruda has 16 points, and Kayla Raymond has a total of 17 points. Stonehill right now putting some pressure in the backcourt to get the ball back. And we have a quick foul called by Carter. I should say done by Carter to stop the clock. That was a free foul because nobody will be shooting. 55.7 seconds. Ball almost stolen. A loose ball picked up by Yee, and we're going to have a foul. So Jennifer Warden fouls out of the game. She hustled throughout this entire game. Both these teams, I think, will meet each other later on in postseason play. And again, a quick foul by Shaw. She picks up her fourth personal foul. 50.4 seconds remaining in this ball game. Stonehill trailing 72-66. Anything can happen. Ball went out of bounds. Stonehill gets it back. Good defense by the Lady Skyhawks. Interesting, a couple of three-pointers by Stonehill could make a big difference. Loose ball stolen. Quick foul by Shaw. And Shaw, I think, has five fouls, so she fouls out of the game. Santoro will come in 44.8 seconds.
Science is down with a bonus. Colleen Walsh at the line. She'll shoot 2.
First free throw is good by Colleen Walsh. Doesn't make the second one, but guess what? They got the ball back on a rebound, but they made an offensive foul, and they'll call that against Jordan Vitelli. Stonehill calls a quick 30-second timeout. Clock stops at 41.9 seconds remaining with a 73-66 lead by the Devils. Stonehill will need a few hoops in order to pull this one out. But anything can happen, folks. Stay with us. Stonehill College women's team will be traveling. They'll take on American International on January 9th and a 5:30 p.m. tip-off. And taking a look at the league standings, I'm talking about the Northeast 10 Conference. Bentley is 7-0. Stonehill, St. Anselm's, and Assumption are all 5-2. Southern New Hampshire is 3-4. Merrimack from North Andover, Mass, they're 2-5. St. Michael's of Vermont, 1-6, and Franklin Pierce, 0-7. Here's Stonehill now. They'll put the ball in play. 41.9 seconds remaining. They get the ball to the freshman, Bramante. Dribbles out of trouble, ball stolen. Quick foul, and the clock stops at 35.9. So Carter picks up her second personal foul. I was just going to say this team does pretty well from the free throw line, but she missed her first one. Alex Thomas makes the second free throw. She now has 21 points in this ball game. Bramante gets it to Carter. Three-pointer, she got it. And timeout called by Stonehill. 74-69, 26.5 seconds. The longest time in this game is the last 50 seconds. 74-69, the Devils out in front of the Skyhawks. And we got a 5-point difference. Devils will get the ball back. It's amazing if Stonehill could have made a few additional baskets, they could have pulled this game out. These two teams meet again. There's a possibility that it could change in terms of who could win this game because they're so evenly matched. They're going to put some time back on the clock. I think they're going to put 30 seconds on the clock versus 27.4. And maybe they're not. Okay, here's where the defense is so important. And of course, Yee is fouled. She'll go to the foul line. She's an 80% free throw shooter. Studies the basket, takes the shot, makes it. Stonehill goes right to the hoop. Permanti makes the basket. Nice penetration by the freshman. And of course, Stonehill fouls, but I think they fouled the wrong person.
Number 21, Emily Bramante, her fourth personal. Arissa Yee will shoot 2.
So we get a 5-point difference. Clock stops at 20.3 seconds. She has 29 points in this ball game. Make it 30. She was terrific. Got 19 in a game yesterday. Kicked out of bounds, but never got out of bounds. I guess somehow Stonehill gets the rebound. They get the shot. Good effort by Ruda, who ends up picking up 18 points in this game. 78-73. The longest 50 seconds in the entire ball game.
Arissa Yee to the line for 2.
Here she is shooting the back end of her 2 free throws. She makes them both and picks up 32 points in this ball game. 80-73. And the basket, it does count. 80-75. What a ball game. And of course, the score I think is a lot closer than it shows. And of course, there'll be an all-tournament team that will be selected. Certainly, I expect that Yee from the Devils, who picked up 32 points in this game, 19 last night, she'll be seriously considered as an MVP. But we'll see what happens. Once again, the final score, 80-75. This cable cast has been a production of ECAT, Easton Community Access Television. And right now we're going to see the... so Kayla Raymond qualifies for the all-tournament team. And also Ruda.
From University of the Sciences, Alex Thomas. And your 2018 Stonehill
So the MVP.
From University of Sciences, Arissa Yee.
So Arissa Yee, and we're not surprised that she made the MVP. Special thank you to the Mansfield Bank. We thank Nick Allende for providing us with the camera work. This cablecast has been a production of ECAT, Easton Community Access Television. We wish everyone a happy holiday New Year, and we welcome the 2019. Thank you for joining us.